wasn't planning on going live on this channel until later, but I just was going live on my spiritual channel. And I guess people assume because you're spiritual, you're not going to cook them up. But I had to go ahead and cook up people for about 10 minutes. It was so satisfying that I need to come over here and possibly get an encore. So hopefully there'll be a little bit of trolling going on here like it was over there. Listen, a lot of people really think that they have you fooled. A lot of narcissistic, weird, sociopathic, like, I don't know how to describe them. I have a lot of content creators that are like this, that make content where they try to describe human behavior, but they're not really doctors or nothing. They're just, people that have the monitoring spirit of the narcissist on them. But what narcissists really do a lot is try to throw off the scent of their stinking ass onto someone else. But it's hard to do because, when it's a person like me that minds my own business and they come to my channel, it's kind of hard to allow them to gaslight you into thinking that, well, you're causing problems for others when they're coming to you to try to talk in a way that'll make it seem like it's the other way around. But if you make sure that you always keep your mind in the proper mindset of what's going on, the framework, which is some random strangers going out of their way to let you know their opinion of you. That's none of your business, and you're not going to let them make it your business. So whatever they're saying is babbling nonsense, but I had a lot of them doing it over there on my other channel. And the craziest part about it, a lot of these people go out of their way to try to fool me into thinking, initially that they're friendly, just to try to, I don't know, fool me later or have something to think that they have. I don't know, man. It's just a lot of nonsense. And again, it really don't matter what they're doing if you think about it. It's really just a person that wants to be in your presence, that, finds your energy to be attractive or whatever, and they don't know what to do with themselves. So a lot of times they try to project, sorry, or gaslight or whatever. You gotta smash that like button. But just make sure you're always keeping things in perspective. When you're an attractive person, when you're an attractive man, you really you get weird interactions, but you get really good ones. Like lately, I've been getting a lot of women in stores that are really invading my little safe space. They talk really close to me. They'll stand really close to me. Like, it's, when you're getting to be attractive. What's going on? What's going on? And like, I was just, man, I was sniffing candles at one of my favorite, stores, and I was talking to the dude like, oh yeah, this is a great candle right here, man. This one's a winner. And this lady comes in and she's like, yo, that candle, let me smell it. And she just leans in, and I'm holding this candle, and she's like, I'm just like, man, look, when you get to be a certain level of attractive, you draw in attention from good people like her that just wanted some attention, and then you draw in attention from people that are wicked, that don't know why that they're attracted to your aura, or why they keep wanting to watch you or want to be around you. And then they'll try to justify their presence by critiquing you in some kind of weird way. You know what I'm saying? They'll try to critique you in a weird way, but it's like, well, your critique came out of nowhere and I didn't ask for it and I don't need it, so what are you doing here? You know what I mean? You guys don't come up here talking too crazy. I don't want to get my live streams banned. I appreciate that, Carl. But I'm just getting started in here, and I, again, don't want my live streams getting banned. I'm trying to get this channel back up and going. But I'm going to go over to my truck here in a minute. But wanted to speak to you guys about how the aura of your energy will always expose, any kind of narcissist or narcissistic type of person. You know what I mean? And I don't know what that means, but I know I don't see any like buttons being smashed. So, and this is again part of you being a chosen one. When people have ill intent, you guys, if you're coming in from a shorts feed, hit the three tiny buttons in the top right, and then hit the like or dislike. I don't want to just assume that you guys are here with ill intent without making sure you know what your options are. That would be ignorant of me, okay? But now that I've told you your options and you know the like button is free and you're not doing it, if you're running your mouth in the comment section without hitting the like button, then your comment will get ignored, possibly get you blocked, because I owe you nothing and you have not did any kind of contribution to the channel other than try to troll. Okay? Now, can I get back to what I'm saying? Yeah, whatever, dude. You know what I'm saying? You're doing a lot of that, but can you hit the like button? You know what I'm saying? Oh, you hit the like? Okay, well then say whatever you want to say, man. I don't give a damn. Talk all you want to. Hit the like button. Now, when you're out here and you're doing what you got to do, you're going to attract people and they're just going to be wicked, but you're able to see their intent. Remember, it has a lot to do with the fact that, people that have good energy, man. When you're an attractive man, when you're a high value man, when women are moving with good intentions, when women are just going to throw shade. When dudes are moving in good intention or they're going to throw shade. Most of the time, dudes that are on top of their game, they're not really running around too much trying to get your attention. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I don't know what you're talking about here, person. And as I told you, you can talk a little bit, but don't get too crazy up in there. You know what I'm saying? You're sounding nuts. And I'm not trying to get flirted with by no dudes, okay? So y'all calm that down, man. Now, listen. Since most women nowadays are narcissistic, we have to do the Mgtow thing, which is men going their own way, okay? And this has a lot of people a little bit, especially women, feeling some type of way because a lot of attractive men are doing this. It makes people feel like, especially the women, feel like that they're not important. And let's be honest, really not. In your reality, man, the only people that's important are the people that you think are important. And that's it. You don't have to make anybody important in your life that you don't want to make important in your life. And these people, man, and that's where the narcissism comes in. These people feel entitled to you and your energy and being around you and all this other kind of stuff. Get out of that weather. It's getting cold outside. Let's get something going on, child. Okay. There we go. Get some stability. I'm just going live for a few minutes anyway, so. Oh, okay, there we go. There we go. There we go. All right. Got a few minutes, and now I'm down relaxing too while y'all are trying to oh yeah, hang on for a second. Let me get some light going on in here, man. Let's get this thing.
Bluetooth mode.
Fuck. I'm gonna get this right.
Bluetooth mode.
Here we go. There we go. Now we got some things going on here. So look, like I was saying, I was just on the other channel and the trolling was crazy. You know, I had to end the live stream, not because of the trolling, but because my phone almost died. But I'm just on there trying to spread a positive message, and I had worse trolling than I'm getting right now. That's crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? Listen, you guys smash that like button. If you're coming in from the shorts feed, it's 3 tiny, buttons on the tiny dots on the top right. Hit that, hit the like or dislike. It's about the engagement. But whatever's going on, I have a plan for the live streams on this channel. What we have to do is work together. I need y'all to share the live streams. I need y'all to hit that like button, and whether you're trolling or whatever, just drop some comments. We got to get this channel back up and going. Whatever weird that they're doing things to where they're shadow banning certain concepts, certain words, certain ways of speaking. They don't like us talking a certain kind of way. So some of the ways that I'm speaking, man, is not working out very well with the titling. So I got to change it up a little bit. But outside of that, man, it's really just about putting the work in. Guys, when you drop through, make sure you smash that like button and drop a comment. Just on here chopping up with you guys, dropping this extra live stream because I plan on going live later, but it'll be from the office setup. I wanted to come on here right after the other live stream and talk to you guys just a little bit off script, just talking about when you're attractive. Being attractive is all about perception. So if you're being the best version of yourself, you're going to be attractive. You're going to be attractive to all people. You're going to be attractive to a lot of women. And when you start attracting women, you're attracting dudes that are haters. Dudes that are haters, the normal approach to hating on a guy nowadays is to find a way to make him look stupid or whatever. Because most men or males nowadays are cowards. So, they're trying to study you when they could be trying to improve themselves to attract more women. They would rather spend time trying to study to try to find a flaw, what they perceive to be a flaw, to exploit or talk about or whatever. It's weakness, man, and it's just the way things are. There's nothing you can do about it, man. There's nothing you can do about it. But look, man, just get on here, chop it up. If there's anyone else in here that want to say a few things, and we're trying to get this channel back out of this shadow ban. They do things where they, without telling you, will start flagging certain words, and you won't until you start getting these weird ad sensitivity type of flags on your videos after the fact. And by that time, you might have had that word in most of your titles. So they weird about it, man. They're weird, and it's a real slick, weird way of silencing people. But I'm gonna come up with a new way to title. I'm thinking about doing this whole different way of titling things. It might seem a little bit misleading, and I'm trying to maintain, integrity all the way around and everything that I do. But my subscribers, my soul tribe, I believe they're going to understand, and they're going to see the humor in it. So as long as my soul tribe can see the humor in it, and that's just, but with this, because they've done this on all of my channels, but after a while, if you leave the channel alone for a little bit, it'll clear it out in the algorithm. But I don't want to leave the channel for no 30 days. You know what I'm saying? I've done my analytics, and it seemed like 30 days or about 30 days. I think maybe weeks, depending on how hard of a shadow ban it is. So I'm gonna try something different. I think I can reverse the effect of the shadow banning by titling things differently and thumbnailing it differently. And And I think you guys are gonna feel like it's misleading or I'm clickbaiting, but it's really not. It's just YouTube is really tricky, and we have to get really crafty with the way that we title things, because they're really using algorithms to really suppress things, you know, that they want to suppress whenever they feel like it. Use, you know, the algorithms to block or suppress certain words or terms that we're using. So we just have to move differently, and I'm gonna do something different, you know, because, you know, a lot of women don't really have this issue when it comes to titles. I've seen men have crazy titles and you don't get flagged. It can't be what the views are getting. So, you know, we gotta start moving different. And even if we have to start using, you know, titles that don't really necessarily, I'm not gonna say too much because I gotta make sure that I get my stuff out there first, test it out, see if, because it's about getting out of the shadow ban. I was doing really well on my channel over here, and then all of a sudden I'm not. So again, it's a shadow banning thing. I don't know why they keep doing stuff like this, but about it is, when I made these other channels, well, I gotta bring that fourth channel back up. When I made these other channels, the whole purpose was to see if I'm doing something wrong, or was it because the first channel I had, they did this to me. They shadow banned me, I couldn't get any views. And then I made another channel, and I think it was this one. And then I made a third channel, and the third channel was doing so well. In a way, they don't want dudes speaking negatively about modern women. When you're a dude and you do that, whether you're a big platform or not, you're still gonna like end up on their little list of people that they're going to like consistently try to find different ways to suppress their views. And if you're a small channel, you're risking a lot, you know, but you're rolling the dice. I tell you what, if you make pre-recorded videos only, you can say a whole lot more. If you're live streaming, they have a lot more strict type of policy, I guess, on live streams. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being real. And it sucks, man, because a lot of us are doing things that we're saying in a way that's not too offensive, but they're getting you in the title. So I just think that as men, we should share the wealth, because some of the good titles, you know, share the wealth on how to be able to title things in a way to where we can, I have a way that I'm gonna do it, right? I'm just going, you know, I'm gonna show you guys better than I can tell you, but I think doing it this way will get us back in the algorithm, because we don't want them consistently trying to suppress everything that we say, because we like to title our way to catch other men's eyes about the subject matter. But if those dudes notice a dude channel, it shouldn't match title. They should know that you're gonna, you know, drop a really good video regardless. So if your title is just to catch the algorithm, it's just like Shay Duke Jackson does. He just throws stuff out there. He don't be saying nothing in that title, man. There'll be nothing in it. It just be like, guess who's mad? You know, blah blah. Guess who's mad? You know, or something like that, man. You know, nothing really saying nothing, you know, to get you into the video, and it keeps you from getting flagged. It keeps you from getting flagged by doing stuff like that, man. I'm just trying to think a little bit differently, because what they've done, and what bothers me about it, is when they flag a term, let's say they flag leftover, just throwing it out there. They start flagging that, then they will retroactively go back to other videos and start flagging those. You know what I'm saying? After they decided that term, just throwing it out there, just saying, as an example, you know what I'm saying? Then you got like a stack of videos that are flagged, unless you've been using titles and not using the same words. So I'm gonna start doing things differently, so they can't decide that certain words or our video titles being a certain way, they can't flag it. It's just too, the title is just, it's too broad. You know, it can mean anything. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just gonna go ahead and go that route with it, because I just, man, I need them doing stuff like this. I'll have something going on, have a good little pace going on, then they'll hit me with this kind of stuff. And the way they do it, man, they hit you, man. I'm telling you, when you get one of those ad sensitivity, if you get about 4 or 5 of them, you, man, it's all of a sudden you get no more views. I thought it was 3, but I've gotten 3 on my channels. This is why you gotta have multiple. When you're an engineer, like I am, you gotta have different channels so you can test data. And this is how I figured out YouTube, because when they flagged up my first channel, you would have thought the channel was dead, but I was like, nah, I don't think it's dead. They ain't gave me no strike. But they don't need to give you a strike to drop the freaking browse algorithm or the vertical feed algorithm or the shorts algorithm, you know, and you can't get in there and do nothing. And if you can't get in the algorithm, you can't spread to get new subscribers. Now, if you're a big channel, you're going to get a certain block of your consistent followers to watch your content. But if you're a small channel like me, your consistent watchers are like 60 people. Because even people with a big following, like even if they have like 200K, their consistent following that's watching a few hundred people. If they got like 1 million, their consistent watchers are probably like 5K, if that. You know what I'm saying? Probably like 1,300. It's about you getting in the algorithm and the algorithm spreading you out. You know what I'm saying? Once they stop you from being able to spread out, you're fucked. That's why I had to have different channels so I can test stuff out. Because if you didn't know any better, you thought you killed your channel and waited out. But if I didn't have different channels, I wouldn't have known that. You know what I'm saying? And having different channels, I can test out certain things, saying certain things, and I can know what they're going to flag, what they won't flag. When they do flag one of my channels, like this one, it's all right. I just went live on my other channel, had 500 people in there. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter. See, that's the thing about it, right? They're not able to flag your whole name, your other channels, because you don't have a strike or nothing. They're just able to flag that channel and what your title and stuff or whatever. But they try to make sure you get the ad sensitivity about 4 or 5 times. When you get that like 4 or 5 times in a row, they're gonna knock you out the algorithm for a while. You can either lay low or you can do something different that's gonna, you know, pop you. I got it all figured out. You know what I'm saying? I got it all figured out, man. It might not make any sense to y'all. Some of y'all, you know, the brighter people or whatever, but just people that understand, you know, IT stuff and tech stuff and pick it up easily. You know what I'm talking about. But to the rest of y'all, I'm not calling you slow or nothing. I'm just saying some of y'all don't, just like I don't really care about medical terms and stuff like that. I don't know the most about that or whatever. Doctor had to tell me what a femur was. I don't keep up with medical. You gotta tell me, man. You know, hip bone, whatever. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's all I'm saying, man. Is I know how to work around it, you know, and it's if you cuss too much, they'll do this too. Like that's on my first channel too. You know, when you cuss, no, the second channel, I was cussing too much, and that's when that one kind of got like these ad sensitivity. Started noticing them pop a lot. And I'm like, man, nah. So I got away from that channel for a little bit, let the dust settle, you know, because what'll happen is it'll reset you in the algorithms, right? Sometimes it's good to step away from your channel so you can reset in the algorithms, and then you come back with a clean slate and you talking right. It'll help you out better in the algorithm. Type of YouTube, no account. No type name, no type of YouTube, no account, and type. Yeah, for this channel right here, yeah. On the Narc Bully channel, yeah, that makes sense. Now the other channel, King David the Chosen, that one might be doing okay. That one you might be able to type it in there and it'll come up. And what they do is look, I don't have any proof or anything. I'm just an engineer and I work for the White House, so I'm super nosy. So sometimes I'll do stuff like put the same title in repeatedly to see if you know, or at least the same part of the title or the word I'm looking for, to see if they eventually start flagging. Like when I'm doing really good and I start using like one term left over, and that term does really good, then all of a sudden my videos start getting flagged like crazy because of that term I have in there. See what they do, they got these groups of people that work for YouTube that go around, especially with men trying to voice their opinion. So since they're always trying to find different ways to silence you, when it seems like they're doing it, because that's the goal. They want to make it seem like you still have freedom, but you really don't. So they got to make you seem loony or whatever, or you're just putting out content that just no one wants to watch. Nah. I've seen people that can barely speak, and their content is able to be spread because they're not saying anything that's really worth listening to. You know what I'm saying? When they're babbling about a bunch of nonsense, you know, you get spread all the way through. When you're talking some real stuff that people can really, you know, think about and it'll probably make some change, then they start trying to find a slick way to suppress you. You know, so you got to find a slick way to get your message across without getting flagged all the time. So it's just that back and forth. You know, they want to play games and be slick. You got to use that intuition and your instinct. What they're doing. It's what they're doing. It's clear as day. And like, I didn't know about that pin thing until I watched Fresh and Fit. I didn't know that. That's a way to find out if you're flagged. Is typing in your name in the search bar, and if then you're shadow banned. See, I'm glad that people know different ways of catching these goofy ass platforms like this, because suppressing people's opinion just because it's not the popular opinion or the deletes, you know, or powers that were once pushed, so they're just going to suppress you in a weird way to make it seem like they're not doing. Just say that you're doing it. Just do a full out regular flag on the channel. Like, don't do this slick stuff, man. You know, because what it really is a way to, you know, slap you on the wrist to tell you, hey, look, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna lightly soft flag you or whatever you want to call it, but keep it up, you know, we'll just drown your channel. You know, so you're just in that kind of situation where it's like, tell the truth and they don't spread your channel, or talk about some BS, get where you're going to go, and then when you get there, then spread the truth. But at that point, you're going to come off fake to people because you weren't talking that way from the get-go. You know, so that's why I just choose to go ahead and just do it the way I do it. But I got to be slick. That's why I got multiple channels, and TikTok and other platforms, especially Facebook, helps out because, you know, YouTube, they have that. They mainly do it on YouTube. The suppressing of, they do this thing on YouTube, man, mainly because I guess you can make the most money on YouTube. But, you know, it's all there for a reason. It ain't no coincidence you can make the most money on YouTube, and they have these weird ways of controlling narratives and getting you to shut up. That's why your brand has to be something outside of YouTube. You have to be the brand, not you being a YouTuber, because then you have to do whatever they tell you to do. They can shadow ban and soft ban all your stuff, whatever they want to do, have you looking like a whole different person to your subscribers because they don't know what's going on in the background. They have no idea what these people be doing. I'm an engineer. I know how algorithms work. I know how easy it is to suppress things. Look, I control the internet in Iraq. When I was watching soldiers on the internet taking up too much bandwidth, live streaming videos to their old lady, man, I would go and put a restriction on the amount of bandwidth you get. You're not going to take up all the bandwidth. We have a limited supply. You can do all kind of stuff with algorithms, man. Are you crazy? So when I see them restricting me, I know what you're doing, goofies. You know what I'm saying? You know, but I got something for y'all, YouTube. I got something for you. And my subscribers are going to rock with me no matter what. It don't matter how fake it might come across to you guys. My subscribers are going to know what I'm doing. And it don't even matter if you think or not. The algorithm can't tell if I'm being fake. As long as I'm saying what needs to be said to get spread through the algorithm, it don't matter. So you don't have no way of keeping me. So watch how I get slick on y'all asses. You're the wrong one into this. I'm not just some idiot out here that don't know. I know how this stuff works. I'm going to show y'all better than I can tell you. Who in the hell you think you are? You going to block me? No, I'm God's chosen one, YouTube. You getting in my way, you getting in my way, YouTube. I'm telling you. And I don't know who runs it. I don't know who the CEO is or whatever. But the agendas that you're trying to suppress, it ain't going to fly. It ain't going to fly. Okay? I'm telling you straight up. So whoever you are, whoever the CEO, blah, 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 because I'm telling you, man, this seems like, yeah, it seems like a woman's running some stuff. A lot of emotional, blah, 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 blah. Ain't gonna last. It ain't gonna last. I'm telling you. It seems like some emotional stuff, man. Like, We don't let these dudes talk and shut them up, but do it passive aggressively, you know, so they can't really see we're doing it. No, we know you're doing this stuff, man. When I get that ad sensitivity, I'm like, well, I ain't even cuss. I put leftover in the title. Now y'all flagging leftover. You ain't slick. You ain't slick. You looking for different words that we use in this group of men that are trying to get the truth out to constantly suppress our messages. That the words that we're as a group. You got a task force doing this. This ain't coincidence. No, you got a group of people you set aside for doing this. You know, you're not slick. And God don't like ugly. I'm telling you right now, I don't know who running things, but you ain't going to be in place doing too much longer. I'm telling you straight up. I'm telling you, because God don't like, you can't just let women say whatever they want online. And they talking, some of them talking some crap, but then you're suppressing all dudes. Except the guys that have already, you know, built their platforms up, which you're kind of suppressing them anyway, but they're already built. So you can't like squash them out. They have a huge following that follows them wherever they go. You know what I'm saying? Us that are trying to get started, we got to hustle hard, man. We got to hustle and grind hard every day because y'all make everything super for no reason. You should let the people decide what's good and what's bad content. You shouldn't be able to suppress all the men while women say whatever they want. Just like you see on MSNBC and stuff like this, where they're constantly blaming men for the way the dating landscape is right now. But the women are so narcissistic, men are walking away. Harming them or nothing but walking away, but it's our fault and it's our problem. And if to blame men on national television. Shit is stupid. You're blaming us and we're like, okay, fine, we're walking away. We're walking away. Why are you still on our ass? Like I'm saying, man. You know what I mean? They suppress the crap out of my content when I talk like this, man. But it is what it is. I got some for them starting tomorrow. I'm not gonna let this pressed out because I, you know, wasn't switching up terms enough in my titles. You know, leftover women, so what? So what, man? Worst things have been said about men. Y'all are getting ridiculous on this app, man. I'm telling you. But it's all good. You know, it can't last like this where you're trying to control the narrative like that. It can't last. It can't last. But anyway, y'all, I'm not going to waste my time. There's no point in being on here for extremely long periods of time because this channel is suppressed. But the way we can get up out of this, if you guys smash that like button and share to Facebook. I would normally say to just share, but YouTube through, if you notice, vidIQ or whatever, the only app I see that it acknowledges as being shared to is Facebook. So that's letting you know in itself that there's something about that Facebook share that counts more than any other share. So, you know, or maybe you share to your phone too, but share to Facebook, hit that like button. If you're coming in from the shorts feed, you know, 3 tiny dots in the top right, hit the like or dislike. It's all about the engagement, but this is the only way to get us out of this light shadow ban that they do. They do it based off of words that we're using in this group of men going our own way or whatever you want to call it, so that they can suppress our content. So it has to be words that we're all using collectively, and then they're flagging these terms and then they're using it to suppress the content. So we have to find a way to where we're using the same words as in use. They're not going to, if they're going to flag us, they got to flag them. Got to think like this. So y'all, we need to start using the titles. We should be able to title our stuff the same thing that they do. Like, these busted dudes out here ain't nothing. And then dudes should still click on it because you know we're talking about the right stuff. But I'm going to give it a shot and we're going to go from there. Okay? I'm going to give it a shot. I guarantee you my videos catch the algorithm better. And as long as it's negative towards men, I'm good to go. And my soul tribe will know what I'm doing. They're very smart. Y'all are very smart. You'll pick up on it. And then the other content creators that watch my content do the same damn thing. They watch me for a reason. They know that this is what I do. They know I'm a real deal engineer. So they listen to what I'm saying. So gotta start like titling stuff in a way that'll stop getting us all flagged, man. Even if your channel's bigger, if you were to title your stuff in a way that's like so innuendo-y, like it's or just straight up, you know, phrasing it in another way to where you're talking bad about men. And some of these guys do it already. You know, these guys will say stuff like, you know, these men out here that are walking away are going to probably cause X, Y, and Z. Those are the ones that are thinking about titling their stuff in a way to where it's negative to men, but the channel is about men, so the men know that they're not talking that way. They're not really feeling that way, but they found a way to just, you know, that kind of man dislike, you know what I'm saying, in their titles. So we got to start doing the same thing. I'm just saying, man, just give it some thought. I'm gonna start at least on this one, you know, channels, and then I got this 4th channel I'm about to fire off. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm about to make a 5th one. I have a great idea for a 5th channel, and you know, YouTube is doing some weird stuff too, man, where they're adding extra stuff when you make your video. It's something that says like altered content or all content. I don't know if you guys noticed that, you content creators. Excuse me. But when you're making videos, if you go down, it'll say something like altered content, and if you click on it, it's like talking some stuff like AI or something. They're really getting real specific for a reason, man. Like it's getting really weird. You know, like they're putting all this extra stuff and they want you to know if it's altered, and what does that even mean? So I'm gonna look that stuff up, man. But just babbled about this is what's interesting to me right now. Like I'm like watching these apps, well, especially this one, and how it moves, how it's always like updating to block my kind of content and stuff. Like it's moving. It really bothers me, because Facebook don't have this kind of problem. TikTok for sure don't have this kind of problem. I can post anything I want to on TikTok. And Instagram, my videos are going viral. Like my Instagram videos go viral. I only have a problem over here. TikTok seems to be the most liberal, the most try to find a slick way to suppress the other point of view that they're not promoting, and do it in a slick way that they can't really be identified as the culprit unless you're able to articulate and put things together and show people this is what I'm doing when I put this in my title. So we're gonna figure it out, change it up, do something different. But I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna get off of here and try to go live on another channel. But I'm gonna do something different with this one and get it out of the doghouse. Okay. But until then, we got the other 2 or 3 channels, and we're gonna go ahead and pop those off. This one, it shouldn't take long. I don't think it'd be longer than 3 weeks. You know, I gotta stop using leftover. I just love using a leftover title. Man, we didn't even come up with a Chinese did. Like, what did we do? We're just using it. What's wrong with describing that? It is what it is. Anyway, y'all, I'm gonna hold y'all. Smash that like button. Drop a comment if you agree or disagree. Let me know. Peace, love, and light. I'm your brother.